morning, good afternoon, and good evening. It's your girl ChucTayyy, and I am here with your RETV Sports Break. You can catch me here every Thursday talking junk and spitting facts. So let's get started. On a somber note, starting off this week, guys, Tiger Woods was involved in a horrific car accident on Tuesday just outside of LA, where it was reported that they had to get him out of his vehicle using the jaws of life after just several rolls, tumbles across a couple of lanes. Just horrific accident. He is reportedly okay as you can be for someone whose car flipped over several times. There was an emergency surgery on his leg and ankle that happened on Tuesday, and he is in recovery, still kind of just monitoring the situation and what's going on. Does not appear that he was speeding, does not appear that he was intoxicated. In fact, they said he was pretty lucid and overall calm, could say who he was, what was going on and everything. So, we just, of course, pray for him, well wishes, speedy recovery, and just get better. You guys, you just have to be safe out there. They did say, ESPN has reported that the road, it was kind of like a hilly situation. It's pretty dangerous. Accidents happen there quite often. You just have to be mindful and cognizant of what's going on. So, prayers for him, again, speedy recovery, and hope he gets better soon. Moving right along, guys. So, did anybody else gloss over the fact that All-Star Day, because it's not a weekend, it's all in one day, is like less than 2 weeks away? Totally just... And I've been looking at the rosters. For some reason, NBA TV on their little, banner scrolly thing at the bottom, like, named 6 starters for the East by mistake. I saw it all happening in front of me, and I looked at the date, and I'm like, March the 7th. That's pretty soon. That's not this Sunday coming, but the very next Sunday. Interesting. Well, that's coming. Like I said, it's a day. They are squeezing all of the activities into one day. So starting at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have, not quite in this order, the skills challenge, the 3-point challenge, the All-Star game starts at 8, and then they're going to do the dunk contest at halftime. So I'm just going to be the first person to say I'm not looking forward to this. I'm going to watch it. There's a difference. But I'm not looking forward to it, because while the skills challenge and like the 3-point contest and everything is not something as exerting as a full-blown game, it's still like there's still no rest, right? I haven't seen that they've even said who's going to partake in skills challenge and 3-point contest and stuff like that. Again, maybe I just glossed over it, but it just seems like it. So I feel like it's going to be one of two things that happens. It's going to be the skills challenge, 3-point contest, dunk contest is going to be filled with, I don't want to say nobodies, but like, it's not going to be, obviously it's not going to be like LeBron or like the Greek Freak, or, it's not going to be those players. It's not going to be starters. It's not going to be, it's just going to I don't even have the words for it. I'm just not interested. It's going to be boring. I guess is in summation of all of that skills challenge, 3-point contest and everything. It's going to be boring, because at the end of the day, we're all just waiting for 8 o'clock. We're just all waiting for 8 o'clock to get to the tip off. The halftime dunk contest thing, I mean, are they going to extend halftime to some insurmountable amount of time? And is this in lieu of a halftime performance? Like, I may have glossed over all of these details, but I'm just, I don't know. Like, I don't feel happy that we put everything into this one day. I just don't feel happy about it, because honest to God, like, it's all a spectacle anyway, and not like in a bad way, but like none of this matters to anything that's going to happen in May, which we will get to what happens in May. But it's just, I don't know. It's a spectacle, and you could have just given us the game and called it a DAY. Another reason why I'm not looking forward to it, and I've been saying this for the past couple of years, is I still do not like the captains pick the team thing. I hate it. And let me tell you why. Same reason why I hate this building of the super teams situation. I don't like it. We were all perfectly fine with East versus West. All the captains are doing is picking their friends, picking ringers. Like, it was more interesting to me when you forced Golden State Warriors and Lakers to play together, and Sixers and Celtics to play together, just as examples, like, and kind of mesh outside of the regular season. You know, now it's just, I'm gonna pick my boy. Like, I'm gonna pick, you know, obviously LeBron's a captain, so he can't be picked, but like, let's just say for all intents and purposes, Steph Curry is a captain. Like, you're going to pick LeBron. If LeBron's not the captain and he can be picked, he's going to be picked. Like, I don't understand. I don't like it. I don't like it. Never have. And I don't like it. And I still attest that if you're okay with a non-East versus West All-Star game, then why do I have an East versus West finals? Why does it have to be that way? Why can't I see the Lakers and Golden State Warriors in the finals? Why can't I have it? If Duke and UNC can somehow miraculously end up in the NCAA championship, why can't I see 2 East teams in the finals or 2 West teams? Why are you making us do East and West, but it's okay for it to be a free-for-all during All-Star Weekend? Again, I know that it doesn't really count for anything, but that's not the point. Just feel like, if you're going to do away with it, just do away with it. Just switch it up. Change it up. Anyway, still on the topic of NBA, the second half of the season has now been announced, and they are dead set, hell bent even, to get these 72 games in. Of course, they may have to postpone some games. They may have to move some schedules around. They're trying to squeeze in some makeup games here and there, but like, you just never know what's going to happen. A lot of places have low COVID counts. Here in Charlotte, they're actually lifting some of the restrictions coming up this weekend because the cases are starting to decrease and all of that, and that's super great. But I y'all know how I feel about COVID, so we're not even going to get into that. But trying to get these 72 games in, as long as everything goes according to plan, they should be able to get the rest of the games in to get each team up to 72. However it gets done, it gets done. It is going to be a lot of back-to-back. It's going to be a lot of travel. It is going to be less break time. So again, this is all developing. Kind of have to see what happens with these players and where their COVID cases go, and if they get it, if they don't get it. But all the NBA is trying to do is get to an NBA playoff tip-off at May the 22nd. That is the date that they have decided the NBA playoffs are going to begin. That is why we are trying to squeeze everything into this timeline so that they can tip off that playoff on May the 22nd. We're going to have to see if they get there, because my theory, I'm no doctor, scientist, none of that, is once these places start opening up again, especially for regular folk, because the NBA players was doing whatever they wanted to do anyway. For these regular folk, everybody's going to be out here at the bars, at the clubs, carrying on, spreading germs. And then these cases are going to go back up. Again, I'm no Dr. Fauci. I'm no scientist. I have a communications degree. I don't know a cell from an atom. I just don't. But that is how I feel about it. And it remains to be seen. Developing story. So we shall see what happens there, folks. And that actually about wraps it up for me this week, guys. Before I go, though, what I do want to say is congratulations to Naomi Osaka, because what I said last week was I was either going to talk about her or Serena, and I knew I was going to be right. It was going to be one of them, and it was Naomi. And I just feel like it's a wonderful moment for her as a young Black tennis player. You know, me, I grew up watching Venus and Serena. I think it is amazing that young Black girls coming up behind me, if you will, have somebody else to look up to. I love that Serena just seems to be more than willing to metaphorically pass the torch to young Naomi. It's no hate, it's all love. They just give me life. All the Black girl magic. I love it. I love it. I love it. Congratulations, Naomi. You creeping up on that GOAT category, because to just be young, gifted, and Black. Oh my. And that does in fact wrap it up for me this week, guys. Again, you can catch me here every Thursday talking junk and spitting facts. See you later.